One word for a one-eyed person. I've given an English children's story to a small group of Italian kids to read and perform. The story is about a boy who changes into a cat and makes friends with a one-eyed next-door neighbor, a grumpy-looking man who wears an eye patch. The kids didn't really understand what one-eyed meant, so I translated it in Italian as Guercio. But they didn't know what that word meant, so I explained to them that a one-eyed man was a person who could see only from one eye, and no, he wasn't a cyclops. Likewise in Italian, there is the adjective manco, which can describe a person with an amputated limb, usually it's the arm. Which got me thinking, if each of these two physical disabilities has its own word in Italian, why isn't there its equivalent in English? I suppose nowadays these terms would be judged to be insensitive and discriminating, but what about in the past? Maybe there used to be words that meant one-eyed person and one-armed person, or perhaps something in slang?
There is monoculus for a one-eyed person, but OED says that it is obsolete. 2. A one-eyed person or creature. OBS. Etymology from OED. Post-classical Latin monoculus the secum, 1363 in Chauliac, a one-eyed person or creature, 7th center, from 12th center in British sources, irregularly ancient Greek muomikron monocomb. Form plus classical Latin oculus, word is perhaps attested earlier in sense a, 2 as a surname, Simon Monoculus, 1212, though it is unclear whether this is to be interpreted as Middle English or post-classical Latin. For someone who is blind in one eye or wearing an eye patch, it doesn't seem like there is a specific single word. For example, there is born in French. However, there is again an obsolete word for this sense, purblind. 2. A, blind in one eye. OBS. Urban Dictionary mentions pyridide as a slang term, but it is described as a specific case. Pyridide is a condition resulting from overuse of the iPhone or similar device in the dark or dimly lit environment whilst favoring one eye. The resulting condition causes a temporary focal imbalance akin to having a patch over an eye.
A monops. Monops, N, and ADJ. Rare. A, N. A one-eyed individual. 1743 TRN. Andre Orthopedia 2. 4. 89 There are some people who have one eye so small that one would almost say they have only one, whence the name of myopia is given to this deformity, as the person who has it is called a monops. 1842 J. Wilson Recreations, Christopher North 2. 138 A few years ago, in a mine in Cornwall, after a descent of about 1/3 the board Earth's diameter, we were saluted by name by a grim monops who had not seen the upper regions for years. 1858 R. J. MacGeorge Tales, Sketches and Lyrics 191 Ardla rushed from the unlucky Messwidge with only one eye, thus mutilated, Mother Church, would have nothing to say to the monops. 1875 G. Meredith Beauchamp's Career Axelvi in Fortin. Rev 18593 He would have been a Nelson of politics if he had been a monops, with an excuse for not seeing. 1900 W. A. N. Dorland Illister. Med Dict. 396 to 1 monops, a fetus having but a single eye. V. ADJ. That has only one eye, one-eyed. 1857 R. G. Main Expos. Lexicon Med Science, 1860, monops, having but one eye, one-eyed. 1993 J. Pecargura 62 monops, monoglot, monosandalos, plenitude in a point. A monophthalmic, derived from adjective monophthalmic and medical condition monophthalmia. Monophthalmic, ADJ. Rare. Having only one eye, one-eyed. 1857 J. W. Donaldson Christian Orthodoxy 356 The belief in cyclopean or monophthalmic deities. 1865 Saturday Rev September 16, 355/2 St. Jerome was equally explicit about the existence of the phoenix and monophthalmic men. 1995 Times Higher Education Supply, Nexus, September 1st, 23 The deeper reading that sees the monophthalmic cyclops as holding up a mirror to the Greeks' own cultural deficiencies. Source: Oxford English Dictionary.
Fantascape Looping Society.